You know, normally when I start one of these videos off, I do something funny or witty or something along the lines of saying I made more monsters, but I think you guys, get the gist at this point. Oh my gosh, I am way too good at making monsters. But anyway, before this video starts off, I just want to say special thanks to the developers of RPG Architect for helping me figure out how to create cutscenes in this game. Cutscenes like this. Okay, I was joking. Let's get right into it. Oh, and thank you everyone for all of your support. It has really helped me out. Hello guys, KobaltKai here. Welcome back to my game development of Kaiju Chronicles. I am currently on the introduction screen to the game. I have fully coded it, so now we are able to proceed and go to the new title screen. This is currently the first patch menu. It's not entirely finished, however, I do have a surprise for you guys. So, I worked with the developers of RPG Architect for about 2 weeks or so, and figured out how to add cutscenes into the game, as in like fully animated cutscenes. So now, essentially I have the ability to create game overs, cutscenes, introductions, and even like a fully animated intro, like you guys have seen previously. But in any case, these current options, they're not finished yet, there aren't any chapters to select, and I haven't fully finished the save files yet, so it might be a little bit, but I want to show you guys the progress that I currently have made on creating the enemy characters. So, before I show them off, I want to remind you guys, to the left, these are all of the primarily playable characters. Now, Nintendo recently decided to sue Palworld, so some of these designs, namely this one right here, I might have to make him look a little bit different. He looks a little bit too similar at the moment. But anyway, these are all of the FURRY characters that you should be able to play as, hopefully at some point or another in the game. I'm not guaranteeing that you can play as all of them like at once or something. That would be insane, and it would be sensory overload to most players, even me. But these are the enemies that I plan to put into the first chapters. So, just wanted to show these off and whatnot. I had to actually be very creative with some of these designs, and it took a lot of thought. Almost every design I'm using basically was designed off of based off of like Pokemon designs, but I'm like, okay, how do I make something that doesn't look like this? So this was the result, and like I mentioned earlier with the cutscenes, I'm going to click on this guy. And as you can see, I just created a cutscene that can be played when interacting with specific characters. So, let's see, maybe at some point when selecting data or something to speak to a character, you can actually replay a cutscene or a mature scene, because I do plan for there to be a lot of those in the game. But anyway, these sprites, outside of needing work, they are primarily done in the neutral phase. And, well, time to do another test to make sure that this game, Yep, there we go. That was a test to see if I am able to effectively warp from one room to another. Let's try it again. And this room is bugged out. Okay, I'm going to have to go work on that. By the way, this is actually the current pause menu. So, save data, as I mentioned, is not implemented yet, but you can hit return to return back to menu. Or you can even hit exit game, which should return you back to the menu screen. Yep, there we go. So, that is essentially what is currently planned. And there's something I want to explain real quick. So, previously, I never actually explained to you guys what the story of this game is, or like what things are actually doing. I only explain concepts of it, And the reason I did that was because if I just came up with this story and I tried to make an engine fit in with the story before I actually designed the game, there was no guarantee I could actually make the game engine actually live up to the story inside of it. So, anyway, the story of this game is actually kind of simple. To put it bluntly, AI went too far. And there is a very specific human that decided that he wanted to be more than, well, he got tired of his data being essentially locked in the database. So what he did is he basically took some secret government information and he created his own way to evolve. And doing that, he created his own community. But essentially, I'm not going to delve too far into it because that would be a spoiler alert, and I want you guys to like at least play some of the game before I just tell you like the whole story. If I tell you like the entire story now, what's even the point of like playing the game to find out the cutscenes? So for the most part, that's it. These are all the characters that are currently in development at this moment. I have like 50 different enemies, but the ones on screen right now are actually just like, they're about, yeah, I put exactly 20 enemies on this screen. So, that being said, it is time that I address the, it's time that I do a response to the poll and the votes that were taking place on Patreon. First off, thank you guys for voting on Patreon. We managed to get over 500 different votes of different kinds of cutscenes and animations that people would like to see in game, which is very helpful to me because I want you guys to actually, well, I want you guys to be able to enjoy this game as much as I want to enjoy it myself. So I can't discuss the results on YouTube because it was a mature poll, but that poll is actually still open. So if you guys want to go there, you are welcome to. You can actually still do votes or give suggestions. But currently, I want to also talk about my plans for, how to say, the beginning of the game. I've decided that, given the direction of this game, it would probably be best with the resources I'm creating to essentially create a forest-like starting level. Because I'm partial to Sega and I like Green Hill Zone, but also because if I create a city, but I create the city wrong, then I have to go and change like 100 assets so that it actually fits each of these characters. And these characters are like humongous. So, for the most part, that's it, and probably going to be it for this video for a while. But one last thing, I think. This game, I plan to have the first patch note. It should possibly be ready, let's say right after October or right after Halloween, because I don't celebrate that holiday. Anyway, to be blunt, let's see. Some things I have to get in order first before I'm able to fully like put these characters in like an active game is first I have to complete each of their animations, and outside of that I also have to create projectiles and cutscenes, but I plan to do that patch by patch. So essentially I am almost at the starting phase of this game. So if you guys want to support me or recommend any ideas or themes, I'm currently planning on doing a cyberpunk-esque theme, although I guess I'd call it cyber furry punk, whatever. In any case, I'm planning on making a bunch of futuristic themes inside of this game, so if you have any suggestions or any recommendations, you can tell me in the comments below, or on my Fur Affinity or Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee. But that's it for now. And, well, see you later.